All right. Well, a Chicago man has been charged with federal terrorism. This after police say he set a woman on fire at a train station completely unprovoked. Officials say Lawrence Reed was seated in the back of a CTA train car while a woman was sitting with her back facing him. This was in the middle of the car. So the victim, a 26-year-old woman, was on her cell phone when she was attacked. That woman is currently in critical condition after suffering burns to her face and her body. Reed has a lengthy criminal history and could face life in prison if convicted. Joining us now, former Assistant U.S. Attorney Chicago and former federal prosecutor Dwayne Deskins joins us now. Dwayne, thank you for being here. So WGN, our partner station, they are reporting that this man has been arrested 71 times. In Cook County, this was prior to his arrest on Tuesday, and convicted in 13 of those cases. How was he out on the streets? Does this speak to a much larger issue that the city may be facing here?
First of all, Kelly, thank you very much for having me. It is disturbing. There's no getting around it. If you are a person who's been arrested 71 times in 30 years, convicted 13 times, and was released from probation for a fire-related, what someone would call arson-related offense less than 2 years ago, and between then and now, you were also charged with aggravated battery on a social worker where you knocked her out, and you were on bail for that before this current offense this past Monday. I think that there is concern about, are people being detained who pose legitimate threats to the safety of the community? And I think one of the reasons this case is charged in federal court is that the federal courts have a longer track record in dealing with violent offenses and detaining people. And in this case, it's the record you just described will be strong evidence that he warrants pretrial detention.
Yeah, well, it is mind-boggling when you look at the rap sheet here. He was unruly in the courtroom, told the court he'll represent himself, that he doesn't want counsel appointed to represent him. How risky of a move do you see that being, considering what's at stake in this case?
So the best chances he has is going to be some kind of a competency issue. So the things you just described, the basically boorish behavior to the magistrate judge, when she's speaking to him, saying la, 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 the spitting on the officers, the saying that even though he was born in the United States, that I'm a Chinese national. He could just be malingering. He's never been found insane or incompetent, but the court may have a lawyer appointed, even if he doesn't want one, to make sure that his rights are protected. And so it may be a chance, or maybe a competency hearing or an issue in this case before they proceed. But in any event, if that is the case, he's still not going to be allowed back on the streets until that issue is resolved, as you might imagine. We don't want incompetent people running the streets of Chicago either.
Right. What does that mental health assessment entail? How much do you believe that will be a part of this case? And what are you anticipating in terms of conclusive results here? We have about 30 seconds left.
Well, just quickly, the court has an option. They don't have to send him out for a competency exam. But if so, the Bureau of Prisons will conduct one. They can have people of their own choice conduct one. But the chances are, given the amount of evidence they have in this case and the level of organization associated with it, I don't think that's going to be the case. He's been convicted 13 times, not found insane. It's a harder argument in those cases to find someone incompetent. So I think the chances are this case will proceed on track.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.